Hello, my name is Weedie Braimah. I am a djembe fola, folklorist, musician, preserver of culture, and one who tried to maintain their integrity through their instrument and through being a good human being. That's it.
Talking about inheriting our culture, African music, how is it so far in terms of now giving value to African music and heritage?
I feel like there's two parts. I feel like we're seeing a lot of tradition being done. Am I a fan of the new Afro beats era? No, but that's neither here nor there. But one thing I will say, that the importance of maintaining tradition and culture is what makes the future great, and what made the past, which is the present and the future, right? But even like I said earlier, I was saying that it's really beautiful seeing people maintaining tradition. But one thing I pray that we utilize is that I see the young people utilizing the instrument djembe, which is one of the instruments that comes from West Africa, by the Manding ethnic. And you can see this instrument all over Africa, all over the continent of Africa. But one thing I don't want the continent to forget is that we all have indigenous cultures that are important in maintaining it. So when we see these instruments that are indigenous to Kenya and to the ethnic groups here, it should be maintained and proud. So I'm proud when I see those traditions being stood out and maintaining itself.
What do you think needs to be done maybe for the future generation? I
feel like there's an old proverb that says, you can never step on your grandmother's neck, which means that if you don't know your past, you will never know your future, ever. you will never know your future. So we have to maintain our traditions. We have to show that our children that our traditions from the past, so they'll be able to take those traditions and broaden it to the world and keep our traditions safe and powerful.
What is your take on the Kenyan? What is your take on African music? We've seen, African sounds getting recognition. Yeah. Just to mention, Grammy nomination as well. Our own African winning, Grammys as well. What do you think the direction we're heading as an African nation?
I don't think the Grammys should identify as something powerful with a style of music. I feel like it's cool, it's great, but I think that African music has never been something that's just been hidden. It's just, I think what it is that we can't use the narrative of media saying that it's not popular when it is. Just because you don't know something doesn't mean it doesn't exist, So for me, like a good example, I produced the last album of the great Youssou N'Dour, right? And one thing that I realized is that, yeah, people have been knowing him for years. I mean, he's worked with Peter Gabriel and all these people and Sting for years. But at the same time, why does that happen to be that makes it famous or makes it powerful when it exists? It's powerful because it's from here, and we exist. And because we exist, it will always be powerful. You know what I'm saying? We just need to have the hands that cross over to make it, the diaspora one. That's it. But to say that, okay, Afrobeats is his, Burna Boy, Davido, Wizkid, blah, blah, blah. Okay, God bless them. But guess what? What about the people like my father? What about the people like Mamadi Keita? What about the people like Sungalo Coulibaly? What about the people like J5? These people exist, and they're being greats, and they're legends within their music. It's because of their work and their strong will to be able to maintain the tradition is why we know who they are. Because a person doesn't know they exist doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Yeah.
All right. Lastly, let's talk about your performance. BC Jazz.
Well, I'm honored to be here with the great Wynton Marsalis at Jazz and Lincoln Center Orchestra, with Chanel Johns and Herlin Riley. This piece, a body of music, was created by Mr. Marsalis and myself. For me, it's a beautiful narrative that was forever live and be a part of about time and its importance. And it's a very powerful piece of music, very intricate, sophisticated piece, and it brings everything full circle to me, from my love and understanding of it. So I think it would touch the people of Kenya and the people in the continent of Africa as a whole, And it's a style of music that will never die. As long as the water flows and the grass grows, I think we'll be all right.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Asante sana.
Karibu.